Hi everyone! In this video, you're going to discover 10 IT interview tips to crush your interview. My name is Lauren, and this channel is all about showing you how to become a highly paid IT pro fast. Let's get started. Whether you are aiming for an entry-level role or seeking greener pastures at a new company, it is important to prepare yourself for the interview process. While IT hiring managers and recruiters in other fields have a common goal, which is to hire the best candidate for the job, there are a few things techies should know before attending a job interview. We have compiled a list of excellent tips to get you ready to ace your next IT job interview. Tip number 1, know the company. It is a common practice to do a little digging about the organization you are aspiring to join. However, I recommend that you do extensive research about the company before attending the interview. If the "What do you know about our organization?" question is asked during the interview, you want to be able to speak extensively about their products or services and what you admire most about the company. Scour the company's website, social media, and press releases for all the details about them. Find out all that needs to be known about their competitors and customers. Also, ensure you are working with the most current information. Do your research on the company's latest products, innovations, and solutions. This is a great way to convince your prospective employer that you are intentional and thorough. If the interviewer is convinced that you know what their company is all about, you have a better chance of getting hired. Tip number 2, polish your soft skills. One of the most common mistakes IT professionals make during their interviews is solely relying on their IT skills. Landing an IT or tech job entails more than technical skills. Hiring managers are constantly in search of candidates who can communicate effectively, collaborate, and adapt to various situations. These skills will not only allow you to stand out in a crowd of job seekers, but also make you relatable. Before attending your interview, brush up on your communication skills. If you are a reserved person, you might want to push beyond your limits and try to be personable during the interview. Do your best to show the interviewer that you have great communication and interpersonal skills. Your prospective employer wants to know how well you can work with other employees within and outside your team. During your interview, you have an opportunity to present yourself as likable and easy to work with. Tip number 3, sell your ideas or skills as solutions. In addition to knowing your strengths, skills, and relevant experience, interviewers want to know how these skills translate into solutions. Pitching your skills and ideas as solutions is an important part of selling yourself to the recruiter. If you are interviewing at a company, you might have ideas on how to improve an aspect of their products or services. Pitch your ideas to the interviewer to show that you can bring value to the company. Ideas show your prospective employer that you are resourceful and capable of thinking outside of the box. If you are interviewing for an experienced role, the interviewer expects to hear your opinions and insights. Take some time to explain to the recruiter how your past experience has equipped you for the current role and what you are bringing to the table. Tip number 4, highlight your most relevant strengths. Be ready to talk vibrantly about your skills, as these are some of the things the interviewer wants to know. Take every opportunity to discuss your expertise and knowledge in your field. Emphasize the areas where you shine that are relevant to the role you are seeking. Remember, the interviewer wants to be impressed. If you have acquired any relevant certifications or are currently in the process of getting one, point it out to the interviewer. Another great way to sell your skills is to tailor them to the job description of the company. Talk about your past projects if they relate to the job role. This way, you are more likely to captivate the attention of the recruiter by using familiar keywords. Also, if you possess cross-platform skills, don't forget to mention them. Recruiters prefer to hire individuals with multiple skills. Hence, your cross-platform skills might put you ahead of other candidates. Tip number 5, show enthusiasm. Naturally, enthusiasm helps keep a conversation on a positive note. Showing enthusiasm during your interview will keep the interview alive and enable your interviewer to see you as an optimistic person. Hiring managers want to be sure you are eager to join their organization. Hence, it is best to avoid monotonous answers. Visual cues such as maintaining good eye contact and nodding go a long way in showing the interviewer that you are present and interested. Try to engage the interviewer as much as possible to avoid making the interview one-sided. However, don't overwhelm the interviewer. Also, clarify any details and give feedback on the information you are given. For example, if the hiring manager is telling you about your job role and you hear something you are excited about, let them know. You can respond with, "This is an interesting task which I'm excited about." Tip number 6, speak confidently. Selling yourself during an interview is a must. However, you must learn to blow your own trumpet without seeming too arrogant. When describing your skills and qualifications, avoid using excessive words or unnecessary technical terms as they can make you appear boastful. When talking about your personal and professional achievements, try to be as modest as possible while remaining confident. Remember, the trick is to under-promise and over-deliver. A good approach is mentioning the impact of your mentor or past supervisor on your achievements. Tip number 7, be authentic. During an interview, you need to make sure the hiring manager gets to know the real you. Recruiters value authenticity as it helps them remember the candidates they interview. The aim of the interview is to meet the real person behind your resume, so don't hesitate to show your personality. Try to connect with the interviewer with your responses and avoid generic answers. You want to make a lasting impression, so highlight what makes you unique. Remember to keep it professional. Tip number 8, be honest. While it is important that you sell yourself as much as possible, ensure the information you provide to the recruiter is true. Bear in mind that whatever skills or achievements you include in your resume will come up during your interview. You don't want to be in a situation where you are unable to support your resume with hard proof. Most IT recruiters will integrate technical interviews into their recruiting process, so any knowledge or skill they deem important will be tested. Don't hesitate to ask clarifying questions if you don't understand a task you are given. Instead of taking several guesses or spending an unimaginable amount of time on a challenge, ask the interviewer for clarification. Being forthright will make you seem less insecure and impact your image positively. Tip number 9, ask the important questions. An interview is not only a chance for the hiring manager to assess your capabilities, but also an avenue for you to find out more about the company. If you have any questions about the job requirements or the organization's business ethics, you can table them during the interview. Moreover, asking questions during the interview shows that you are invested and willing to know more about the job. Some great questions you can ask during an interview include, what type of skills are missing in the team that the company would like to fill? What training programs are available for this role? Who will I report to? And what is expected from the person occupying this role over the next 6 to 12 months? Tip number 10, always look your best self. This might seem trivial, but there is a reason a good number of job hunting advice emphasizes choosing the appropriate outfit for an interview. Your choice of outfit dictates your first impression at an interview. Therefore, it is only smart to dress for success. It is not enough to wear professional attire. A polished outfit goes a long way in enhancing your overall look. Different organizations have different dress codes. Do a little research on the dress culture of the company to get a better idea of what is acceptable. If you are unsure of the company's dress code, go for something simple and practical. Wrapping up. As an interviewee, your main goal is to make a good impression, which is relatively easy. However, making a lasting impression is the taxing part. After prepping for the practical aspect of the interview, ensure you prepare yourself mentally. Brush up on your knowledge of important CS fundamental topics to make sure you don't get caught off guard when you're asked basic technical questions. Keep in mind that you are in competition with other candidates and you don't know your opponents or how well they are doing. However, you can ace your interview and get your desired job if you go in well prepared. Check out the video on the right for more videos to help you develop your IT career.